Alright, let's see if the deck that has the DNA 2 times can beat the deck that only needs the DNA 1 time. We got Virus Imperial going up against Silphymon, and Imperial starting off pretty good with a Beamon in the back, and then the Akihiro Kurata Tamer, which, while, not obviously Imperialdramon support, it does fix one of this deck's issues of needing to have very specific pieces in the hand and very specific pieces in the trash. So being able to draw on one, trash one at the end of the opponent's turn, like he's going to do right here, is going to be very helpful. With that, Silphymon with not a terrible turn one as well. Gets the old Aquilomon at the ready, and then deploys the Yolikari, which you always like to see down early. So both decks with one of their important tamers down pretty early. And gonna play the Wormmon, keep in the back, and gets, looks like pretty much one of each level there. We got Shadramon, Dino Beamon, and Imperialdramon Dragon Mode. So Imperialdramon is in the trash from Kurata, so it looks like he's gonna pick up the Dragon Mode to hand, as you don't ever need that one in trash. And then just sending level 4 to the trash there to look up for maybe a turn 3 Dragon Mode could be on the horizon here. So just thinking about how to end the turn here. Maybe some more search. It's the Wormmon. Alright, and it's going to be a second Kurata, so we're going to draw one, trash one twice at the end of the opponent's turn, and hopefully that's going to allow him to find all the necessary pieces, and maybe there'll be some board to interact with so that we can actually see Imperialdramon come out and do the thing. But Silphymon is going to decide to promote or not. We have actually the Mastamon in hand, so maybe we'll see a double DNA from Silphymon here with Silphymon plus the Dino Beamon that is part purple, of course. And we do see a Salamon in hand there to potentially drop with this Yoli card. Looks like we're going to pass up on it and just go raw into the old Silphymon to minus 5k out that Wormmon. So we got a couple draw one, trash ones here from Kurata. Gonna pick up a EX3 Wormmon and immediately trash it. And second Kurata looks like he's going to end up trashing maybe a fighter mode. Draws into a EX3 Vmon per turn. Gonna go ahead and promote. And he is choked at 1, so we'll have to see what we can really make happen here. Looks like we do actually have the new BT16 Wormmon, so that could potentially be a good play starter. And it looks like there's a play mistake here that we're going to allow a take back there for pressing that Flamedramon instead of that fighter mode. And that might actually enable the play here, as now we've got 2 level 4 free traits in trash. So the Wormmon on play is going to be able to evolve one of his Digimon into a free trait from trash. Going to have the Shadramon and the Flamedramon, so they're going to be able to both go. So that's only going to cost 1. It's going to evolve into the Flamedramon there with a full 2 cost, and passing over quite a bit of memory here, but with the Flamedramon on evolve, we'll be able to DNA Digivolve into... Alright, it's going to be the new Dino Beamon. I think that's actually the flipped order, but shouldn't matter in this matchup specifically. Which is going to be able to play out the Imperialdramon, and then at the end of turn, going to go into the Dragon Mode. Now, unfortunately, the Dragon Mode is, not actually able to kill anything here, as there wasn't more than just one board. But it will be able to blitz, so he's got a good amount of DP. He's going to be able to suspend on swing with that Wormmon Inherit as well, which could be big if he has the BT12 Fighter Mode. So it looks like he is going to go ahead and swing in with plus 2k, and he will be Digivolving into the Fighter Mode. Now, unfortunately, he doesn't have the Inherit to attack unsuspended with the EX3 Dino B, so that would be actually a really good way to get rid of any partition stack here. But oh well. He is going to bottom deck the Dragon Mode to seal off option cards, and looks like we do have probably 2 checks here with the Imperialdramon coming in. So we'll see if there might possibly be a Valkyremon Ace, which, was not a thing when this deck first was around. But looking through it, and it looks like we don't have the Valk Ace, only or maybe there was? Yep, there it is, actually the front of the hand, so he's thinking about if he wants to go into it. And this Imperialdramon does have a good amount of DP. It's base 13k, the Vmon does have plus 2k, so it won't actually be able to kill it off, but it will be able to minus 5k onto it. So does suspend it down with the Wormmon Inherit, which I don't think is going to matter too much right now, because he didn't go into one of the Imperialdramons that can get rid of the Silphymon. Of course, you can run the other Imperialdramons in the deck, not just the Virus Fighter mode, because it does not specify. As long as it evolves in Dragon mode, you are good. But just going with the classic Virus Fighter mode here, and looks like we are going to see the security checks go through. So just a Gatomon and a second Yolikari, which actually does not get to activate its security effect, because all security effects of all cards get sealed off with the Virus Fighter mode. So with that Gatomon that was checked in security, he will be able to free drop this Yolikari and evolve into that Gatomon for just 1 cost. So that is the movie promo that does have Barrier itself, and I think it's a security Digimon -2 on the Inherit as well. So this one does, however, at least evolve from both yellow and red, so it's pretty good. Gets to keep his Silphymon. We do have the Valkyrymon Ace here, and you're going to play out a Hawkmon manually. Like, target is that Dino Beamon. And that might be kind of difficult to evolve into right now. He's going to have to go into... Actually, yeah, because you always need the Gatomon from BT16 to go into that. It's your only purple level 4, so that might not be the most useful thing to pick up right now. But we'll see what else he can go into here. Can definitely go into the Valkyrymon Ace for 3 over the Silphymon. And I could just actually kill the Fire Spider Mode. However, if he does so, the on-deletion of the Fighter Mode will allow him to spit out the Veemon and the Wormmon. And he does have the Inherited Partition from the Dino Beamon as well, although that will not apply if he is deleted by battle, so that is one way to maybe do it. It's like he does not have the Retaliation on the stack, because that's from the EX3 Wormmon, so won't have to worry about that at least. So see how we want to try to get rid of this, and looks like it is going to be the Valkyrymon Ace coming down, and giving a minus 5k to that Fighter Mode, bringing it down to only 8k. Pretty easy to swing over it with the Valk Ace if he chooses to do so. Let's see what it looks like. He's going to add security here. So he will now be able to bomb off that, and now it has been reduced to only 8k. It's only a your turn DP buff. But he is going to pop the Pinata a little bit here. And will be partitioning out into those 2 pieces. However, partition does not help very much when you have a blanket minus 5k, which is also we'll be able to play off those 2. However, as you can see there, they just all immediately die, don't get their on plays or anything. So yeah, Valkyrie Ace, very effective against the partition deck, so they can blow up their stack and just pretty much ignore everything. So there you have it. Alright. And alright, I think that's some other buff that's been put on the Gatomon there. I don't think that's actually a security attack +1. I think that's just there to remind that I will be bouncing back to hand with the Yolikari there, as the Imperialdramon does get evolved up. We do see some draw and trash from the Karada trying to rebuild the board, and it looks like Imperialdramon may have gone a little bit gung-ho there. And this was always kind of one of the issues with the Virus Fighter Mode deck, is that it kind of did this big flashy combo, and then it kind of didn't do a whole lot. It kind of just got 2 checks. So that's pretty much what happened. It got to effectively trash a Yolikari instead of activating its security effect, but that was about it. So meanwhile, just respond to the Davis-Kin, so maybe the trash is still in good enough shape with the Karadas having shaped the hand that we can see another fighter mode come out, or at least a dragon mode come out. The Beamon will be moved up here, and we'll deal with the Yolikari, which unfortunately trashed the Salamon earlier, because it did evolve up into a Gatomon. And with the Hawkmon, play off the Yolikari, got a couple of targets here. Gonna go with a 2-color red card, Beast Storm, Dance of Affection. Nope, we're going to take the Harpymon instead, alright. And let's see, at this point we do, let's see, so the Hawkmon that was just played won't be able to swing. However, we do have a potential 2 checks here with the Valkyrymon. So there is that. And then with the Beamon, we'll pitch I think it's a Mythical Beast on the Harpymon to pick up the good new Silphymon. Alright, we do also see the Gatomon in hand there, ready to evolve, and he does have 3 memory for it. I'll allow him to pick up a piece, maybe have to evolve for 3 over this Hawkmon, but you can definitely do that. And then he can... Okay, gonna evolve over the Beamon instead, probably to get the better Inherit, because he's not gonna need to pass turn. That's to use the end of turn DNA. He's gonna discard any 1 card from hand to pick up a 2-color, purple, or red card. Not really sure what he's really gonna need, but he's gonna swing in with Barrier here. It's another Davis-Kin. And does get to Rock and Koromon. So actually 2 Koromon stacks here. I'm then going to go ahead and DNA these 2 stacks into the Silphymon. Actually, that might be, yeah, the Dino Beamon actually. It'd be purple over red. That's going to allow him to play out another body and give it Rush. And should actually have ample swings here to do kind of whatever he wants. Any level 5 or lower free trait. So unfortunately can't play the Salamon or the Gatomon. But we'll be able to play Hawkmon if there's any in there. And I don't recall there actually being any in there, but he can give Rush to one of his Digimon anyway, so he's just going to use it on that Hawkmon that was played by the Yoli and Kari. And technically that Hawkmon should have to swing immediately with that, but I don't think that's going to end up mattering here. So nothing to bomb off. I believe we do get a second check here with that. Yep. and then the Hawkmon will end up swinging. Probably should have checked the security first with Hawkmon, but it's fine. There's definitely enough swings, and Silphymon is going to be able to take the game.